Hi, I'm Ryan Seipel. This is the EDU 104 YouTube book project. And the book that I chose to read is called The Essential 55, an award-winning educator's rule for discovering the successful student in every child by Ron Clark. The title in itself just is definitely an understatement for what Ron Clark knows as a successful teacher. In the beginning of the book, it talks about how um, he just had to solve problems and he loved to go on adventure, and that's all that he wanted. And he soon found that the most exciting adventure was back in his hometown that he never wanted to be in the four walls of the classroom that he ended up teaching in. This book is just um, a list of different rules for him, suggestions from him that um, brings out the successful student in every child. Um, a lot of teachers don't do that today. A lot of teachers have favorite students, and um, like he mentioned in the beginning of the book, they tell him that all he needs to do to make a difference is to change one kid. And he quickly rebukes that and says, "You know what? No, I can't. I'm not going to feel okay with myself if I do that. I need to make a difference in all the kids' lives." And that's extremely true from what I've learned from the class and from this book is that you need to treat every student the same. You need to have um, the same heart um, for each of your students, and you need to treat them fairly with love and compassion. And that's what Ron Clark talks about in his book. A lot of the rules that he talks about are about respect and how important it is for us to know how to treat and respect people, whether it's covering our mouth after we sneeze or cough, or saying thank you and being appreciative for the things that we receive, or um, just all these different things. Don't disregard other people's comments. We need to have a supporting atmosphere in the classrooms that we're teaching in. Um, he's definitely big on respect. Um, it was kind of a shock to me a little bit on he's successful. He is successful as he is because not because of the test scores of students or not because of anything like that. It's because they think back and remember, oh, he taught me how to have a serious conversation by looking into the other person's eyes and making my point um, more more believable or more persuasive if I look you in the eyes, or um, remembering a person's name when you meet them, and just the quality of living with respect is a huge part of what Ron Clark writes, and um, it was very convicting because I don't do all the things in the rules, um, and I think that's a testimony of why or how important it is that we know these and that we teach them. Because if I don't know it and I'm 21 years old, there's a good chance that elementary kids or even middle and high school kids um, don't know these rules about respect and how to treat each other and to learn in a positive into a positive atmosphere. So teaching that, learning those rules, applying them to my life, and teaching kids is a huge piece of importance that we need to put into the teaching. And he really showed that it's not about the facts, it's not about the information. That stuff's important, definitely, but learning how to be successful and helpful in your community and respectful in your community is definitely a building block to that, um, and that's something that's very valuable to learn. before you even get into the techniques as a teacher or good attributes of a teacher. I think that's a great starting mentality for anyone who's getting into teaching. Um, so it was really cool. It was a great book to read, and I'm excited that I got to learn that, and that's definitely going to stay with me as I continue my elementary education um, path. So great book. I'm glad I did the project.